post middle age, I'm heading towards retirement age. What's your advice to me?
You're still going to need growth. You're still going to need to invest in things that are going to go up in value, but you're also going to need some income. And so there's a balance that's required. There are investments, we're going to talk about alternatives later, there are investments that can give you stock market-like returns without the stock market volatility. But what I would be saying is, as you're approaching retirement, don't fall for the trap of believing that you should dial back risk entirely, because your primary goal should be maintaining or growing your purchasing power. Purchasing power is being able to afford next year the things you could afford this year. If you like red wine and you have a particular favourite, you want to be able to afford that next year and the year after. The price of that wine is going to keep going up. It's not going to come down. My favourite red wine was back in the 90s was a Saint Henri. It was $14 a bottle, which when you're in your 20s...
He's wishing he bought more of them now.
When you're in your 20s, $14 a bottle, you can do that. Now I think they're $150, $170 a bottle for the same wine. So it's gone up a lot. For you to be able to continue to afford the wine that you like, or whatever it is, then you need to maintain your power to purchase those things. Yep. That means that your return has to be higher than the inflation rate. Now, if you've got your money sitting in a transaction account in the bank, it might be earning 2%, but most people don't earn anything in those transaction accounts. Inflation is 2.5%. That means you're going backwards every year. You're not able to afford next year what you could afford this year. So you're actually becoming poorer. And so my advice to people who are retiring is, don't forget that. If you're retiring today at 60, let's say you retire a bit early, you could potentially have to fund spending and lifestyle for another 30, 35 years. You have to have growth.